Hello everyone, in today's video we'll explore a growing crisis devastating communities across America, feral hogs. These invasive animals, notorious for their insatiable appetite and destructive behavior, cause an estimated $2.5 billion in damage annually. From tearing up farmland to disrupting ecosystems, southern states alone face $65 million in losses each year. So what's driving the feral hog invasion and what can communities do to fight back? Leave comment number 1 if you want to join us in exploring the most effective solutions. Wild boars are known for their high reproductive rate. They can breed all year round with peak breeding periods, usually occurring in late autumn and winter. The gestation period of wild boars is approximately 115 days, and a female can give birth to a litter of 4 to 12 young, with an average of 5 to 6 young per litter, depending on environmental conditions and food availability. With a high reproductive rate and remarkable adaptability, feral hogs have established a large population estimated at 9 million, distributed across many states in the United States. However, forest vegetation is not sufficient to sustain this large population, causing these animals to invade farmers' farms and cause significant damage. According to USDA research, feral hogs cause about $15 billion in damage to agriculture and related industries in the United States each year. Research shows that feral pigs regularly dig into the ground, damaging crops and soil structure, causing up to $190 in damage per acre. Feral pigs consume a variety of crops, including corn, soybeans, rice, wheat, peanuts, and vegetables. Have you ever experienced damage from feral pigs on your farm or property? To combat the escalating crisis, the Texas government has implemented aggressive hunting campaigns. In 2023 alone, up to 5,200 feral hogs were removed from the state. These efforts include helicopter hunting, the use of firearms, and advanced tracking technologies. These initiatives have gained attention due to the enormous financial burden caused by these animals, estimated at $400 million annually in Texas. For example, feral hogs have caused significant damage to golf courses across the state, with one prominent Houston golf course spending over $50,000 to repair turf and landscaping destroyed by them. The impact of feral hogs extends beyond financial damage, posing a serious threat to public safety. In June 2024, a San Antonio resident was attacked by a feral hog while walking, a disturbing incident among 450 reported hog attacks across the United States. With their sharp tusks and aggressive behavior, feral hogs present a real danger to suburban and rural communities. This has raised significant concerns about safety and quality of life, prompting residents to seek solutions to protect themselves and their families. Modern hunting technologies have proven highly effective in controlling feral hog populations. Thermal imaging and night vision devices enable hunters to track and target these primarily nocturnal creatures with greater precision. In Texas, professional hunters equipped with BMC-X rifles and thermal imaging systems can effectively take down feral hogs at night when they are most active. Coordinated strategies such as simultaneous shooting techniques have further increased the efficiency of these efforts. With an estimated 2.6 million feral hogs in Texas, these innovative and organized methods are critical to mitigating the $150 million in annual damage they cause. Helicopter hunting has become one of the most popular and effective strategies for managing feral hogs in the rugged and forested areas of Texas. From the air, hunters can track and eliminate large groups of feral hogs efficiently, often taking down hundreds in a single day. Have you ever experienced the thrill of hunting feral hogs by helicopter? If yes, leave comment number 2. If not, leave number 3. However, participating in helicopter hog hunting comes with strict requirements. Hunters must be at least 18 years old, possess a valid hunting license, and meet rigorous health and safety standards. These measures not only ensure hunter safety, but also enhance the efficiency of the operation, addressing the urgent need to control the feral hog population. Alternative methods like bow hunting are also gaining popularity, especially in East Texas, where feral hog populations are dense. The cooler months from November to March are peak times for hog activity, making them ideal for hunting efforts. Government regulations, including seasonal limits and licensing requirements, help maintain balance in the feral hog population. However, the challenge of controlling this species remains significant, requiring more innovative and aggressive solutions. Texas has emerged as a leading state in managing feral hogs, while states like Florida and Mississippi continue to struggle with the issue. The feral hog population in these two states is estimated at around 500,000, significantly smaller than Texas's. Florida and Mississippi are working to adopt Texas's successful strategies, but have yet to achieve comparable effectiveness. Managing feral hogs remains a nationwide challenge, but with coordinated efforts and the application of advanced methods, progress is gradually being made to protect communities and reduce damage. Thank you for watching today's video. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. In your opinion, which feral hog hunting method is the most effective: ground hunting, helicopter hunting, or another approach? A big thank you to everyone working tirelessly to protect our communities and environment. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel for our next video. Turkeys. A North American bird, are known for their bright plumage and large size. They are often raised for their meat and eggs and are traditionally eaten during holidays like Thanksgiving. Turkeys have recognizable features such as their featherless heads and distinctive red combs. Are you ready to join us? If so, leave your number 4 in the comments below. They live in flocks. When foraging for food, turkeys often travel together, using their keen eyesight and hearing to detect predators. They are diurnal feeders, eating mainly seeds, fruits, and insects. Turkeys also have different calls to communicate, from calls to friends to alarm calls when detecting danger. These behaviors help them stay safe and adapt well to their living environment. The recent surge in turkey populations has caused significant damage to agriculture and the environment. When flocks become overcrowded, turkeys not only compete with other species for food, but also cause crop damage. They often forage in fields, damaging crops and reducing yields. Furthermore, the presence of turkeys in populated areas also increases the risk of traffic collisions and sanitation issues. Controlling turkey populations has become a major challenge for wildlife managers and farmers in the region. To reduce the damage caused by turkeys hunting has become an effective method to minimize the damage this species causes to agriculture and the environment. By managing turkey populations properly, farmers can protect their crops from the invasion of flocks. Organizing supervised hunts helps ensure that the activity is safe and complies with conservation regulations. Furthermore, hunting not only reduces pressure on agricultural resources, but also helps maintain the ecological balance in the area, allowing other animals to thrive without excessive competition. Do you agree with this method? If yes, please like this video. If no, leave a 5 in the comments to share your opinion.
Dropped him, dude.
When hunting turkeys, maintaining a safe distance is extremely important to protect yourself and those around you. Additionally, when approaching a turkey, keeping an optimal distance of 15 to 20 meters will allow hunters to have an accurate shot without scaring their prey and causing them to run away. They should also always look carefully before shooting, making sure there are no other people or objects in their line of sight. Following these rules will not only protect your own safety, but also ensure an enjoyable and productive hunting experience. Once you have spotted the turkey, it is important to stay calm and take careful steps. First, observe carefully to determine the distance and location of the prey, and pay attention to the wind direction to avoid being spotted. When you are ready, make sure you have a clear and safe shooting angle. Make your shot with full concentration and watch the turkey's reaction to determine whether the shot was accurate.
Just wait, buddy. Call your mom, Mark.
Instead of hunting turkeys, we can focus on conserving and managing turkey populations in the wild. This can be done through public education programs that raise awareness of the ecological value of turkeys. We can also develop sanctuaries where turkeys can live and thrive without being affected by hunting activities. In addition, restoring and protecting natural habitats for turkeys will help maintain healthy populations, thereby contributing to biodiversity and ecological balance. Thank you for watching the video. Please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to watch the latest videos. See you in the next videos.
Hello, everyone. Today, we're taking a closer look at the growing wild boar crisis in the United States, specifically in Georgia, where an estimated 500,000 wild boars are roaming the state. These animals thrive in areas with dense forests and swampy terrain, which provide the perfect conditions for their survival and rapid growth. In these regions, wild boars are causing serious damage to agricultural productivity, tearing up fields and destroying crops at an alarming rate. But the impact doesn't stop there. They're also putting local biodiversity at risk. By competing with native wildlife for food and shelter, wild boars disrupt the natural ecological balance, pushing out other species and harming the overall health of the ecosystem. In Peach County, Georgia, one farm revealed that wild boars destroyed over half their watermelon crop, resulting in losses nearing $30,000 that season. In Mitchell County, another case showed wild boars wiping out nearly half of a cornfield in just one night, slashing both yield and quality. The farmer lost up to $40,000 from the damage. And this is only one of countless reports filed every year in Georgia, proving just how serious and fast-growing the problem has become. In response to the challenges posed by wild boars, hunters in Georgia now use helicopters, combining aerial support with firearms to confront this escalating threat. This method shows how hunters track wild boars from above and how effective it is in controlling the growing population. Helicopters play a vital role in wildlife management, especially in controlling nuisance species like wild boars. For these operations, helicopters are outfitted with specialized gear, including mounted machine guns or precision rifles, allowing hunters to target and manage boar populations more effectively. These firearms enable hunters to make precise shots, ensuring wild boars are taken down swiftly and humanely. This approach not only reduces the animal's suffering, but also cuts down the number of injured boars that could escape, helping prevent risks to other wildlife, nearby residents, and the surrounding environment. The responsible and effective use of firearms is key to carrying out sustainable wild boar control. With helicopters in the air, hunting teams gain unmatched flexibility, letting them reach remote, rugged terrain quickly and safely. This makes helicopters a powerful tool for targeting high-density boar zones, ensuring every control effort is fast, efficient, and gets the job done. In addition to hunting, helicopters are essential for observing wild boar movements and behavior from the air, greatly improving wildlife management. At Gumlog Plantation, spanning about 2,000 acres, pilots and hunters can spot wild boars from above, track their patterns, and reach them without the limits of difficult terrain, enabling precise and strategic control efforts. Using helicopters for wildlife control provides a huge advantage, allowing rapid access to large areas and challenging terrains, such as dense forests. This ability is critical for responding quickly to emergencies, helping reduce the damage wild boars inflict on farms and nearby environments. However, hunting wild boars from helicopters in Georgia comes with several challenges, especially regarding cost, environmental impact, and legal issues. The expenses are substantial, with helicopter rentals often costing thousands of dollars, plus additional fees for pilots and operational support.
Damn it, he took it. That's something he took it. He took it.
Environmentally, helicopter hunting can cause several negative impacts. The noise from helicopters can disturb local wildlife and disrupt non-target species. Additionally, removing wild boars from the air may leave carcasses behind, leading to pollution and attracting other predators, which can upset the area's ecological balance. In wildlife pest management, properly handling wild boar carcasses after culling is crucial to prevent disease spread and minimize environmental harm. These strategies must carefully balance environmental, economic, and public health concerns. The chosen method depends on factors like the size of the boar population, available funding, and the level of threat they pose to the area. What do you think about using helicopters to tackle the wild boar problem? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching until the end. We can't wait to see you in the next videos. In the next section, we'll dive into the fascinating world of a bird that showcases nature's beauty, but also creates major challenges, especially for agriculture. Let's begin with the snow goose, a well-known species across North America, especially during migration. With an estimated 60 million birds, they are most commonly seen in Texas and California, key stopover points on their migratory route. The massive flocks of snow geese in these areas can cause significant economic and ecological damage, making it crucial to adopt effective management and control strategies to reduce their impact. Farmers in Texas and California are facing major problems from snow geese, which cause an estimated $81 million in crop damage each year. These voracious birds have destroyed fields of grains and legumes, leading to lower yields and higher replanting costs. The widespread damage disrupts farming schedules and puts significant financial pressure on farmers. Hunting is a well-established and effective way to manage snow goose populations. In Texas and California, the main hotspots for these birds, designated hunting zones, have been set up. These areas are carefully managed to support sustainable hunting, with specific rules and seasons designed to maintain balanced population control. To hunt snow geese, hunters must secure the proper permits, including federal and state hunting licenses and migratory bird hunting permits. The process includes completing safety courses, learning local regulations, and often participating in conservation efforts to promote responsible hunting and protect wildlife habitats.
Shoot him.
Hey, Busta!
Hunting with firearms provides a fast and effective method to reduce snow goose populations, safeguarding crops from further damage. Beyond protecting agriculture, hunting supports the local economy through license fees, gear sales, and hunting tourism. Hunters play a vital role in wildlife management, helping maintain ecological balance and keeping populations at sustainable levels.
Had to make sure. Hey, got the trip location.
While hunting snow geese with firearms is effective, it comes with several challenges. Safety is critical, as improper firearm use can cause accidents. Environmental issues, like lead contamination from ammunition, also need attention. Ethical considerations are equally important, ensuring hunting remains humane and sustainable for long-term wildlife management. After hours of intense hunting, the snow geese become a well-deserved reward for the hunters. Their meat is turned into flavorful dishes, offering a unique and rich taste. Snow goose meals not only satisfy the appetite, but also honor the hunter's efforts, making each feast a memorable and rewarding experience. What are your thoughts on hunting? Share them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next videos. Hey everyone! Human activities have greatly affected the habitats of these invasive species. They don't just damage crops, they also threaten agricultural sustainability, leading to losses estimated in the millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
What steps are being taken to protect cornfields from these invaders? How are farmers putting these strategies into action? Drop a 1 in the comments to explore this with us.
Oh.
Deforestation has drastically affected wildlife habitats. As these areas shrink, wild boars are pushed to forage elsewhere, often invading farmlands and causing major crop damage. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, wild boars inflict significant damage on the nation's corn industry, including lost crop yields, control expenses, and property destruction. Deforestation has worsened conflicts between humans and wild boars. Driven by instinct, these animals ruin corn crops, break stalks, and trample fields ready for harvest. Their presence not only damages crops, but also heightens farmers' concerns. The destruction occurs quickly as wild boars travel in groups. These losses directly threaten corn yields and farmers' income. During harvest, many farmers have even found wild boars caught in corn harvester blades, often being thrown out and sustaining serious injuries. Although the U.S. government has implemented strict hunting measures to control wild boars, the problem remains complex because of their ongoing attacks. In the U.S., hunters must follow strict licensing rules to hunt wild boars. These permits often require completing wildlife management and safety courses to ensure ethical practices. Hunting is only allowed outside residential areas and conservation zones, and targeting pregnant boars or piglets is strictly prohibited to promote fair and humane hunting. Hunters must carefully adjust their equipment, including firearms and scopes, to maintain accuracy in challenging weather. They also need to fine-tune elevation and shooting angles to ensure precise shots in the wild. Hunting in a team is a shared experience that boosts safety in dangerous situations. Hunters can develop their skills, patience, and teamwork with each wild boar hunt. Usually, a group includes 5 to 7 members to provide mutual support. Hunters work to protect wildlife and maintain ecological balance, gathering data on population and distribution to support conservation. Comment 1 if you support firearm hunting and agree with hunters' safe handling of wild boars. Thanks for watching the full video. Don't forget to share it for good luck with your family. In Australia, elephants have also become an increasing concern. In one instance, an elephant aggressively blocked traffic on a highway, causing major disruption. Weighing around 12,000 pounds, these massive animals can collide with vehicles, create severe traffic jams, and inflict significant damage to cars. In 2021, Australia saw 14 reported elephant attacks at tourist destinations. Fortunately, there were no fatalities, as victims were quickly taken to hospitals. These invasive elephant incidents not only cause economic losses, but also harm Australia's tourism reputation. Timely action by authorities is essential to manage the problem of elephant invasions. For many years, hunting elephants in Australia has been strictly prohibited. A 7-year hunting ban was put in place to protect the country's land resources and reduce threats to elephants and other wildlife. However, due to aggressive attacks and the rapid growth of invasive elephant populations, the Australian government eventually lifted the ban, permitting hunting to resume. According to recent data, these efforts have reduced the invasive elephant population from 130,000 to around 88,000. In every invasive elephant hunt, at least 3 hunters are needed for safety, since elephants are often too large to bring down in one shot. During these hunts, scopes are usually unnecessary, as hunters keep a distance of about 100 to 200 feet. Without scopes, hunters gain more flexibility and can better focus on their movements. Hunters need serious experience to face invasive elephants up close, or the sheer size and power can be deadly. Bringing down one of these giants takes sharp skill and knowing exactly where it's vulnerable. The best spots to aim are the head, especially the eyes, forehead, or ears, where a shot hits hardest. Still, aiming straight for the center of the head doesn't always end the fight, and hunters often need multiple shots to succeed. They train in Australia with specialized programs to master these skills. The hunting environment is extremely risky, with frequent run-ins with hyenas and other deadly wildlife. In Australia, hunters need a government-issued license and must be at least 18 to take part in this high-stakes pursuit. The invasive elephant hunting season runs from May through September, helping cut down attacks near tourist spots. Thanks to this effort, public fear has dropped noticeably. During hunting season, locals and hunters in Australia strictly follow the ban on targeting pregnant elephants and calves. Each year, authorities allow 50 to 100 elephants to be taken, carefully controlled to manage the population. Breaking license rules brings harsh penalties. Using antlers plays a crucial role in a hunter's aiming technique. With invasive elephants towering around 10 feet, hunters would be hard-pressed to manage them alone. By driving across rugged terrain at high speeds, hunters save both time and energy reaching their hunting zones. On wild landscapes, vehicles typically move between 20 and 40 miles per hour. Once an invasive elephant is successfully taken down in Australia, authorities process it and share the meat with local residents. Many in the area face food shortages and hunger. Hunting invasive elephants in Australia has stirred controversy and faces limited public support. This practice can upset the ecosystem, as fewer elephants may lead to overgrown grass and vegetation, creating more competition for other wildlife. Many people oppose using guns to hunt invasive elephants for environmental reasons, since the noise from gunfire harms the ecosystem. Loud shots startle wildlife, disturb the natural calm, and can stress species that aren't being targeted. Many hunters have ignored elephant hunting rules, causing serious environmental problems. Both individuals and hunting groups have exploited the situation for personal or commercial gain. The illegal trade in elephant parts further depletes wild populations. This problem has pushed local authorities to act. cracking down on illegal trade, sending rescue teams to free elephants from traps, and relocating them to wildlife conservation centers. Do you support using guns to manage Australia's millions of invasive elephants? If yes, comment 1. If not, comment 0. Since these efforts affect invasive species control, do you think there's a better solution? If so, share your ideas below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with our upcoming videos. Hello everyone! Millions of wild boars are tearing through South Korea, causing major economic damage. So what's driving this massive population boom? And how are people in South Korea dealing with such a dangerous animal? Comment 1 to join us and uncover the answer in the video below. Wild boar hunting in South Korea started as an emergency response to a booming boar population that was devastating local farms. The story behind these hunts is rooted in protecting crops and defending the livelihoods of rural communities. As the number of boars exploded, farmers suffered growing losses, pushing the need for real solutions to protect their harvests and income. In 2023, wild boars caused an estimated $250 million in damage to South Korea's agricultural industry, and that number keeps climbing as their population grows. Wild boars are especially destructive during breeding season, tearing through fields and farmland, lowering both crop yield and quality. Their non-stop search for food in farming areas makes the situation even worse, leaving farmers struggling to maintain their productivity and income. In September 2023, after tearing through farmland, wild boars in South Korea began moving into areas near major cities like Seoul and Busan, causing serious damage in urban zones. They wrecked gardens, parks, and public spaces, disrupting local businesses. Property damage in the cities hit $30 million, including the cost of repairing infrastructure destroyed by the boars. This shift from rural to urban areas has made the crisis even more urgent, impacting agriculture and the everyday lives of city residents. In response, the South Korean government has launched multiple wild boar hunts to control their numbers, but boar attacks on hunters have been rising. In December 2023 alone, at least 40 hunters were injured by wild boars, leading to medical bills and compensation costs reaching up to $5 million per hunter. These incidents are believed to stem from poor preparation by hunting groups, including inadequate training and weak oversight of hunting permits. This has sparked concerns about hunter safety and highlighted the need for stricter regulations and stronger support to manage the escalating problem. To control wild boars, the South Korean government has deployed heavy-duty spring traps built with a strong grip to capture them. These traps are set in mountain regions and rural border areas, places where boars are most common, to reduce risks to people. South Korea's wild boar hunting season usually begins in October and runs through February of the next year, targeting millions of wild boars. Nationwide, an estimated 500,000 spring traps have been installed. Hunters in South Korea have to complete specialized trap installation courses to fully understand how foot traps work. These traps use a unique mechanism. When a wild boar gets caught and tries to pull away, the trap tightens automatically, making it almost impossible for the animal to break free. This design makes the traps highly effective. But it also means hunters must check them often, since each trap can only hold one boar at a time. Have you ever tried this method of wild boar trapping? If yes, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, comment 0. Using traps poses no danger to hunters, making this a humane yet effective way to manage wild boars in South Korea. The method has shown strong results, with boar numbers in provinces like Gyeonggi and Chungcheong falling from about 8,000 to under 2,500 in just 1 year. Controlling the wild boar population has boosted crop quality and productivity in these regions. The living standards and income of local residents have also risen noticeably, with average earnings increasing by about 15% thanks to reduced crop damage and lower protection costs. The spring trap method doesn't require much time from hunters, since it takes only 1 to 2 hours to set a trap safely. Hunters do need to check the traps 2 to 3 times a day to keep them effective and make sure no wild boars slip by. After catching a wild boar, hunters must report the exact number to the South Korean government for record keeping and to ensure rules are followed. The captured boars undergo strict inspections for viruses or diseases. If any virus is found, the meat is specially processed and cannot be eaten, protecting public health in South Korea. The wild boars that pass quality inspections are processed into dishes and become part of a celebratory feast for hunting groups, serving as a well-earned reward for the hunters' hard work during the season. This not only motivates hunters, but also strengthens community bonds through shared activities. We'll say goodbye to South Korea for now, but stay tuned for the next video to learn why wildlife attacks human settlements. Don't forget to comment 1 if you support using traps for wild boars. Like and subscribe to the channel to show your support for hunting. The brown bear, one of the largest and most powerful bear species, lives in a range of environments, but thrives in dense forests, mountains, and coastal regions. They favor areas rich in food like fruits, nuts, and small animals, and are often found near abundant water sources. Coniferous and broadleaf forests provide the perfect mix of food and safe shelter. Let's dive in further And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for the latest updates. Brown bears can also inhabit tundra and prairie regions, especially in the summer when food is plentiful. They often migrate seasonally in search of food and ideal breeding sites. These areas not only offer suitable living conditions, but also help brown bears stay healthy and reproduce successfully, ensuring the species survives in the wild. In recent years, the brown bear population has grown significantly thanks to conservation efforts and recovery programs. This growth has put pressure on their natural habitats as forests and land are lost to urban development and farming. As a result, brown bears increasingly enter human settlements in search of food and shelter. This encroachment not only sparks conflicts between brown bears and humans, but also raises safety concerns for residents. When bears venture near homes, they can damage property, attack livestock, and in some cases, threaten people. This underscores the need to manage brown bear populations responsibly and implement measures that keep both bears and humans safe. To prevent brown bear encroachment, residents can install sturdy fences around their homes. Fences help keep bears out of residential areas and protect property and livestock from attacks. Public education on waste management, like sealing food and avoiding leaving scraps outside, is also key. However, even with these measures, brown bears' adaptability means they can sometimes get past fences, so no solution is completely foolproof. To address the problems brown bears cause in communities, many local areas have hired skilled hunters to manage the population. These trained hunters carry out controlled hunts to reduce bear numbers while following conservation rules and minimizing harm to the overall population. Do you support this hunting approach? If yes, like the video. If not, comment too. In addition, mastering safety gear and proper firearm use is a key part of hunter training. Hunters learn safe shooting distances to take down targets without putting themselves or others at risk. They are also trained to handle unexpected situations, reducing dangers during the hunt. When hunting, hunters use their deep knowledge of a brown bear's vulnerabilities to make precise and effective shots. They know that the head, neck, and heart are the best targets for quickly taking down the animal without causing prolonged suffering. All these factors combine to make hunting both effective and humane, showing respect for the bears and the natural environment they live in. Beyond hunting, which can have drawbacks, wildlife conservationists are pursuing more sustainable ways to protect brown bears and their habitats. They build strong connections with the bears by studying them in their natural environment. One effective strategy is to run bear watching programs, allowing researchers and volunteers to observe and document bear behavior without causing stress. Additionally, creating sanctuaries or national parks where brown bears can live safely provides opportunities for humans to study and learn more about the species. Organizing community education programs, like workshops and guided tours, also helps raise awareness about the role of brown bears in the ecosystem. These efforts build stronger connections between humans and bears while supporting the protection and conservation of the species in the wild. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up with our upcoming content.
Before delving into the impacts wild pigs have on humans, let's explore how Americans are using science and technology to control and manage this species. In central Texas, where the wild boar population is rapidly growing, a team of researchers from Texas and DM University has pioneered efforts to use smart trapping methods. They are not only combating the swift rise of wild boars, but also developing sustainable strategies to protect the community and the surrounding environment. The research team is preparing to launch a large-scale trapping campaign in 2024 based on data gathered from advanced monitoring devices such as surveillance cameras and GPS technology. They have accurately identified areas where wild pigs frequently visit, helping to increase control efficiency. Would you like to join and learn how they carry out this plan? Leave a comment with the number 1 to explore together. To increase the effectiveness of wild pig control, the researchers have thoroughly analyzed environmental data from behavioral habits to seasonal terrain and climate factors. This has allowed them to not only identify hotspots, but also help hunters optimize trap placement for maximum efficiency. Each area is carefully surveyed and permitted, especially those located far from residential areas, to ensure that all activities are legal and do not pose a threat to the community. To effectively lure wild pigs, hunters often spend time thoroughly surveying the area, selecting strategic locations such as natural trails or open fields near water sources. Instead of setting the traps immediately, they begin by familiarizing the pigs with the area by scattering food such as fermented corn or specially crafted bait around the location. After a few days of observation, ensuring the pigs are accustomed to finding food there, they then proceed to set up large traps such as drop door or cage traps designed to ensure the effective and safe capture of the entire herd. Made from thick steel, this trap is strong enough to withstand the wild boar's fierce attacks. Despite its weight, the smart design allows a single person to set it up if necessary. A standout feature is the surveillance camera system, which enables hunters to monitor the trap remotely. Once the wild boar enters, a simple press of a button activates the drop door, ensuring that no animal can escape. Unlike traditional cage traps, this new model features 4 entryways, allowing wild boars to enter freely without suspicion. Thanks to the remote activation mechanism, hunters don't need to approach closely or fear being attacked. According to a 2024 report, there are areas in Texas where hunters capture hundreds of wild boars each week. Notably, some counties like Hay and Cordwell have implemented a reward program offering $5 for each wild boar tail, an effective incentive encouraging local residents to actively participate in controlling this destructive species. In Texas, wild boar hunting is not just about setting traps, it's a fierce confrontation between humans and nature. In the dense forests, every step on the dry leaves can shift the balance. The hunter doesn't act randomly. He carries knowledge of the terrain, the wind, and the structure of his prey. Every step forward is a strategic puzzle where silence is the only ally. As the distance closes, focus intensifies to its peak, and then just one arrow, one perfect moment ends the thrilling chase. The hunt proved successful as each shot hit its mark, allowing him to take down several wild boars in South Texas. His heart raced when he spotted a dominant male boar weighing nearly 300 pounds approaching the baited area. Only a few more steps and it would be in range. Everything was in his favor, the wind was just right, the light was gentle, and the ambush position was perfect. In that moment, success seemed just a pull of the bowstring away. Despite careful preparation, the wild boar's instincts were unpredictable. The leader boar detected the signs and vanished into the brush. Not missing a beat, the hunter quickly shifted focus and aimed at a smaller boar. The arrow flew true, bringing down the target instantly. Once again, patience and reflexes led to a well-deserved result. Do you enjoy hunting boars with a bow? If so, leave a comment with the number 2, if not type 5. For over 3 centuries, hunting dogs have been invaluable allies in wild boar chases in Texas. Before joining the field, each dog undergoes about a year of intensive training with specialists and veterinarians to ensure they are capable of working safely when facing large, dangerous sows. To protect the dog's long-term health, Texas state law stipulates that they can only work 4 to 6 hours a day to prevent exhaustion and heat-related issues. Have you ever wondered how hunters manage wild boars across such vast land? They use GPS collars connected to radios to track the precise location of the hunting dogs. To ensure the dog's safety, regulations require at least 3 dogs to participate in each hunt, preventing any dog from facing a wild boar alone, because this is not only dangerous but can also lead to fines or the loss of hunting licenses.
Go to the left, go to the left.
So why are they considered a dangerous invasive species? On June 12, 2024, in a single attack, wild boars severely destroyed 15 acres of corn, causing damages of up to $400 million. The cornfields were trampled, leaving farmers in shock as they stared at the ruins. Even the irrigation system and protective fences were destroyed, further damaging the crops and the assets of the community. This is not a random act, but a deliberate destruction. With their sharp tusks and powerful snouts, wild boars cause significant damage wherever they go. They invade suburban gardens, disrupting the grounds of upscale golf courses. In Texas, the wild boar population is growing at an alarming rate. So what is causing the situation to become so critical? To better understand the scale of this crisis, we must look back to its roots. It wasn't just the 1983 storm that shocked the United States, but the long-lasting consequences that truly created the problem. Damaged fences allowed wild boars to escape and start spreading quietly. Once confined, these animals now found plenty of food, water, and shelter to thrive. Under these favorable conditions, wild boars can double their population in just a few months, and Texas provides the perfect environment for them. When a female wild boar reaches 6 months of age, she is capable of reproducing with litters of up to 13 piglets throughout the year. As omnivores, about 85% of a wild boar's diet consists of plants. In winter, when natural nuts become scarce, they primarily rely on acorns and other types of nuts to maintain their health. Wild boars not only expand their search for food, but also dig underground to eat various plants and invertebrates. This diverse adaptability is what makes them incredibly resilient and able to survive effectively in a wide range of environments. Since wild boar hunting became popular in Texas, the wild boar market has flourished, with many people praising its unique flavor and sustainability. Consuming wild boar not only boosts the local economy, but also drives effective efforts to control this species. From upscale restaurants to traditional family meals, every dish made from wild boar carries a story of harmony between humans and nature. The cycle of hunting and using wild boar has become a symbol of innovation, bringing pride to the community by balancing environmental conservation with the enjoyment of distinctive cuisine. If you've ever hunted wild boars in Texas or have experiences and thoughts you'd like to share, leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your stories and opinions. These methods have helped limit the spread of some invasive species, but if you have any better ideas, feel free to share so we can discuss them together. Thank you for watching the video until the end. If you found it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming content. Don't forget to tell your friends about the channel so they can follow as well. See you in the next video. Brown bears, among the largest and most powerful wild animals on Earth, primarily inhabit dense forests, mountains, and wilderness areas across North America, Europe, and Asia. With their thick fur and muscular build, they symbolize strength and resilience in nature. However, for centuries, these magnificent creatures have been targets of humans, not only in sport hunts, but also for their hide meat and other body parts, stirring considerable controversy. Is hunting brown bears truly necessary, or is it merely an act of cruelty? If you believe we should protect brown bears, leave a yes 1 inch in the comments. If you hold a different view, please share it by leaving a T 0 inches. Enjoy the video and don't forget to subscribe to support our channel. With their powerful instincts and incredible survival skills, brown bears roam vast areas in search of food, adapting to seasonal changes and environmental conditions. In spring, as the snow melts and nature awakens, they seek out lush vegetation, fruits, and insects to replenish energy after a long, challenging winter. By summer, bears move closer to streams, lakes, or coastal areas where an abundance of fish and aquatic animals helps them maintain their health and strength. Their ability to travel hundreds of kilometers in pursuit of food demonstrates not only their keen sensitivity to nature's shifts, but also an extraordinary survival instinct, enabling them to adapt and thrive in dynamic natural environments. In recent years, particularly since 2010, there's been a surge in bear populations across many regions, leading them to move closer to human habitats. The primary cause of this increase is the recovery of bear populations following extensive conservation efforts and natural resource management, coupled with a reduction in hunting pressure. In their search for food, bears can easily access food sources in urban areas such as trash cans, vegetable gardens, or even public parks. Their presence in urban settings has created new wildlife management challenges, while also raising safety concerns for communities and questions about protecting bears in their natural environment.
It's okay, they're having fun.
The increase of brown bears near residential areas has led to security and safety threats for the community. When they invade human living spaces, not only is property damaged, but there is also a risk of livestock being attacked, disrupting daily activities. In some rare cases, brown bears may attack humans when they feel threatened or are searching for food, putting the community at risk in their own living environment. To minimize the risk of brown bears entering residential areas, residents can implement measures like constructing sturdy and secure fencing systems. These barriers help prevent bears from accessing living spaces, protecting both people and property, and keeping livestock safe from unexpected attacks. Simultaneously, educating the community on proper food and waste storage habits is crucial. Specifically, avoiding leaving out food or odors that attract bears will help reduce the likelihood of drawing them close to residential areas, thereby minimizing conflict and safeguarding both humans and bears. Despite their remarkable adaptability, brown bears can easily overcome fences, making these protection measures not entirely effective. To reduce the problem that brown bears pose to communities, many localities have decided to hire experienced hunters to manage their bear populations. Trained hunters will conduct controlled hunts to reduce the number of bears in the area while ensuring that the activity complies with conservation regulations and does not cause serious harm to the bear population. Do you agree with this method of hunting? If yes, like the video, and if no, leave a 3 in the comments.
He is down in here for sure. Freaking Sasquatch.
In addition to providing knowledge about safety equipment and proper weapon handling, the training process also focuses on developing quick reaction skills and the ability to make sound decisions in emergency situations. Hunters need not only to shoot accurately, but also to have a strong sense of responsibility and awareness of their surroundings to prevent unintended consequences. The combination of skills knowledge and a safety-first mindset helps protect not only the hunters themselves, but also contributes to the overall safety of the community. When hunting hunters are equipped with a deep knowledge of the brown bear's weak points, which helps them make accurate and effective shots. They know that areas such as the head, neck, and heart are ideal targets where they can quickly take down their target without causing lasting pain. All of these factors combine to make hunting not only effective but also humane, showing respect for the animal and its natural environment. While hunting can be destructive, conservationists are actively looking for more sustainable ways to protect brown bears and their habitats. Conservationists can create close bonds with brown bears by interacting directly with them and studying them in their natural environment. One effective way is to organize bear observation programs where researchers and volunteers have the opportunity to observe and record bear behavior without scaring them. Conserving brown bears is not just about preserving their natural habitats. It's a journey that connects humans with the wild. Protected areas and national parks serve as safe havens that allow brown bears to thrive sustainably, while also providing valuable opportunities for people to study and gain a deeper understanding of these remarkable animals. Thanks to the combination of science, technology, and community involvement, the future of brown bears in the wild looks brighter than ever. If you care about protecting nature and want to help, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you won't miss out on more exciting videos. Every interaction from you is a small step towards spreading awareness about environmental protection to more people. See you in the next videos. Did you know that wildlife causes over $1 billion in damages each year to the U.S. livestock industry across more than 900 million acres of farmland? Protecting livestock and property from these losses has become increasingly urgent. This video will introduce the solutions and technologies Americans are using to balance wildlife conservation with agricultural development. If you're interested, leave a comment with the number 1 and join us to learn how to safeguard the livestock industry against this major challenge. Wild wolves in Wyoming remain a significant threat to sheep farms, causing an estimated loss of around $200 per animal. Nationwide, these attacks are estimated to cause over $30 million in damages annually, posing a major challenge to both the livestock industry and wildlife conservation efforts. Amid the growing challenges, tens of thousands of people have come together to demand that authorities take strong measures to protect the livestock industry. If you were directly facing these challenges, how would you choose to safeguard your property and livelihood? Share your ideas and strategies so we can work together to find the most effective solutions. Facing the increasing threat of wolf attacks on livestock, the farming community has proactively sought innovative and more effective solutions to protect their sheep. By combining traditional experience with modern technology, a breakthrough has been achieved with professionally trained guardian dog teams working alongside smart tracking systems to detect and prevent attacks promptly. As a result, the number of losses has significantly decreased within just a few months, bringing peace of mind and renewed hope to farmers in the region. Hunting license regulations remain strictly enforced to ensure safety and humane treatment for both hunters and animals. However, the use of bait or animal carcasses remains controversial because it can attract unwanted species, increasing risk for hunters during the hunt. Some hunters believe this method is an effective way to approach targets more quickly without disrupting the hunt. If you are a hunter, do you agree with this approach?
2, 1. Okay, Tracy, go ahead.
Hunting wolves in Wyoming requires a delicate combination of modern technology and traditional hunting skills. Hunters use sound-emitting devices that mimic prey calls to attract wolves while also employing sophisticated camouflage techniques to blend seamlessly into their surroundings. Skillful movement and the ability to remain completely silent are key factors for success. Curious to learn more about the latest technologies and effective wolf hunting tips? Leave a comment with the number 5 to join the discussion.
Rampaging wild boars are wreaking havoc across America's forests, destroying farmland and causing millions of dollars in damages. In response, experienced hunters from all corners of the country are gearing up to take on these formidable creatures and safeguard the land. The following footage will immerse you in high-stakes ambushes and adrenaline-charged moments where every second matters. Comment number 1 to watch through to the end and choose the most thrilling takedown. Thomas and his hunting team arrived at dawn, quickly making their way into the dense Georgia forest where wild boars roam. Upon reaching their designated spots, the team settled in, ready for action. Within minutes, a gunshot cracked through the quiet woods. Thomas had downed the first target. Not long after, on a narrow trail, Jack caught sight of a boar pushing through the underbrush. Without a moment's pause, a clean shot rang out, another one down. The hunt was officially underway. From the forest's eastern edge, the frantic barking of the hunting dogs rang out, marking the boar's location. Johnny sprang into action, his eyes fixed on the sound as he positioned himself. Within seconds, a wild boar burst from the underbrush like a force of nature. Without missing a beat, Johnny fired. The bullet struck its mark, dead center. The creature fell into the thick brush, unable to flee. Another successful takedown, and for now, the land was at peace once more. Elsewhere, deep within the California forest, a fierce chase was unfolding. Nick's team had positioned themselves strategically for an ambush. Following the plan, the hunting dogs spread out, their noses working overtime to pick up any signs of the boar. After 15 minutes of tense silence, the dogs' barking shattered the stillness. The team immediately sprang into action. On Mike's side, he spotted a boar camouflaged in the underbrush and wasted no time. A series of shots echoed through the trees. The boar fell instantly, unable to escape. But the hunt was far from finished. A wild boar, desperate to flee from the hunting dogs, charged ahead, unaware that another hunter was lying in wait. In an instant, a single well-aimed shot rang out. The beast crumpled to the rocky ground, powerless to escape. It was a clean, precise takedown, bringing a sense of calm back to the rugged mountain forest. Just as it appeared to be finished, a surprise attack erupted in the forest's eastern edge, where clear views gave skilled shooters an advantage. A wild boar moved quietly through the undergrowth, attempting to pass Nick without being seen. When it lifted its head, a gunshot cracked through the air. It tried to escape, but a sharp cry showed Nate's bullet had found its target. Another win achieved, and the fields would remain secure, at least for the moment. Across the vast Benia fields, a wide open stretch, the ideal hiding spot for wild boars, lay between the forest's edge and endless rice paddies. At dawn, Pawn's team showed up, fully equipped with hunting dogs ready to track down their target. After settling into their ambush spots, 15 minutes of quiet passed. Then, a sudden sound broke the silence. Pawn quickly scanned the surroundings. A huge boar, weighing about 400 pounds, appeared. Determined not to let it get away, Pawn squeezed the trigger. The shot echoed with resolve. The boar fell into the grass, marking the team's first win of the day. Leaving Benia behind, we headed to Tuscany's vineyards, where once tranquil rows of grapevines now hide wild boars. Ronnie's team arrived fully prepared, their hunting dogs by their side. They carefully searched each row for any sign of movement. Suddenly, distant barking broke the silence. The dogs had picked up a trail. Within seconds, a boar charged out, running through the vineyard. Ronnie acted quickly. A sharp shot cracked through the air. The boar fell among the vines. In this hunt, hesitation isn't an option. Only the quickest make it through. Leaving behind the peaceful vineyards, we arrive in Corsica, a rugged land of jagged rocks and thick scrub. The landscape grows tougher, challenging even the most skilled marksman, yet Finn stays calm. He sets out at dawn, moving silently through rocky crags and thorny bushes. As he follows a narrow path, a group of wild boars suddenly bursts from the underbrush, searching for food. Without hesitation, the first shot rings out across the hills. The boars scatter in alarm. Finn pushes forward, firing steadily, each bullet following the boar's frantic flight. Still, the rough terrain provides cover, letting most slip away into the rocky hills. Sona's team took up their positions, spread out across ambush points around the mountain. Sona settled in quickly, her eyes fixed on the terrain, patiently watching for any sign of movement. Suddenly, a panicked boar burst through the brush, trying to escape. As it came into her sights, Sona readied her weapon and aimed carefully. John, a veteran marksman, advanced with a clear mission: let none get away. After 15 minutes of pushing deeper into the dense thicket, he spotted his target. A massive boar, nearly 500 pounds, charged straight toward him. The beast dropped at his feet, the encounter ending in an instant. With thick, thorny brush and dense foliage, this area has long stood as an unbreakable refuge for wild boars. Within minutes, a boar suddenly burst from the bushes, charging at nearly 30 km/h. As it entered his range, Jack fired. One sharp shot cracked through the air. The boar dropped onto the dry grass. A clean, calculated kill. Wild boars, huge creatures weighing up to 300 pounds with deadly sharp tusks, wreck grasslands, threaten people and livestock, and cause millions in damage annually. Traps and fences offer no defense against these relentless pests. The only solution: track them down in their dangerous swamp hideouts. Only the toughest hunters have the courage to face them directly. Who will come out alive in this fierce showdown? Join the thrilling hunt now. This hunt has never been more perilous. We push deep into wild boar territory, where these clever animals hide in thick forests. To prevent surprises, we bring along a pack of highly trained hunting dogs. They track quickly and warn us as soon as prey is close. On this mission, the dogs aren't just hunters. They're our eyes, ears, and frontline defense. Today, I venture into a particularly risky area with Bernie, where tall grass offers perfect hiding spots. The team spreads out, each taking their assigned positions. After 10 minutes of searching, the dogs erupt into fierce barking from the thick brush. We fix our gaze on the source, following every move. Suddenly, a huge wild boar bursts from the grass, charging straight at Bernie. Without hesitation, we open fire. Rapid shots echo, and the boar falls into the tall grass. After the intense clash, we swiftly move to pursue the next targets. In the distance, wild boar silhouettes appear, slowly moving through the tall grass as they search for food. We hold our fire, instead hiding quietly in the bushes, waiting for them to come nearer. Then, gunshots ring out across the swamp. Each shot is quick and accurate, taking down the fierce animals.
udah.
This place is a true haven for wild boars, full of plenty of food. Within 15 minutes, Silas spots a target. It bursts from the tall reeds but quickly falls, no match for Silas's precise shot. We find a good vantage point and scan the area with binoculars. There they are, a group of boars feeding on the forest floor, completely unaware of the threat. A sharp shot cracks through the air, and one boar goes down. The rest scatter in panic. Deep within the quiet palmetto thicket, Bernie silently tracks his next target. A boar appears from behind a palm trunk. Bernie raises his rifle, takes careful aim, and fires. Perfect. One precise shot and the boar falls immediately. No time to react. Just one shot was enough to bring it down. The swampy terrain here is truly dangerous, filled with hazards we usually try to avoid. Do you enjoy hunting wild boars with a rifle? If yes, type 2 in the comments. If not, type 5. In Texas, I'm chasing a beast. A wild boar, swift as the wind, tries to vanish from sight. These creatures destroy crops, threaten livestock, and now it's time to stop them for good. But from a helicopter, one wrong shot could end everything. This isn't a game, it's war. Do you have what it takes to face a pack of savage beasts? Watch till the end to see how I bring them down.
Omuzu vurmuştu ya Ömer.
Evet.
Nerede?
Akciğerden vurmuş
Wild boars aren't your average prey. And these 400-pound beasts can charge at 30 miles per hour. They're thus capable of tearing through anything. In Texas, they destroy crops, attack livestock, and pose real threats to people. Every year, they rack up over $2.5 billion in damage across the US. Hunting them on foot is a serious challenge. Dangerous, slow, and intense. That's why I'm here on the plains, rifle ready, prepared to face the beast head on. The sky is clear with a gentle breeze, perfect for tracking wild boars. A boar hidden in the tall grass suddenly bolts when it hears my footsteps. I raise my rifle, take steady aim. A shot echoes. The boar drops immediately. Fresh footprints show another nearby. I move forward cautiously and prepare to shoot again. Another shot, another successful hit. No one escapes today. We move deeper into the thick brush, following fresh tracks. The wild boars are nearby. The snap of dry branches beneath my feet startles them, causing them to scatter wildly. I fire my rifle, the shot cutting through the air. Focused on stopping these pests from causing more damage, I take aim at every one of them. The grasslands and shrubs are now scattered with fallen boars. We head toward a wide open field where wild boars frequently gather. These creatures roam boldly, tearing through everything until they notice us. Suddenly, chaos breaks loose. They flee in all directions, but my hunting team and I stay focused, tracking each target. Gunfire echoes without pause. Every shot finds its mark. One after another, they drop, their bodies scattered across the field. Hunting wild boars isn't just a sport, it's a battle. These beasts wreck crops, cause billions in damage, threaten livestock, and even endanger people. From the ground, we fight back, protecting the land, supporting farmers, and restoring balance to nature. Under a bright blue sky and scorching sun, today is ideal for the hunt. The boars flee in panic, but none slip past our watchful eyes. I move in, rifle ready. At this close range, every shot lands like a hammer strike. Gunfire breaks out in rapid bursts. With every trigger pulled, another beast falls amid the frenzy. As the sun dips low, it's time to take down the last ones. The remaining boars try to hide in the thick underbrush, slipping deep beneath the canopy. I take careful aim, and a shot echoes after their fleeing shapes. One drops, the rest dash away. They're quick, but not quick enough. My team and I move fast through the rugged terrain, clearing every hiding place. No sign goes unnoticed. We track, lock on targets, and fire relentlessly to finish the hunt. In Louisiana, where wide grasslands meet expansive swamps, we face a relentless foe, wild hogs. Local government reports estimate their damage to cost millions of dollars each year. Waiting for them to destroy crops or taking them down slowly one by one isn't an option. It's too risky and slow. That's why a ground hunt is underway, and we experienced hunters are ready to take action. From the grasslands, we watch the wild hogs scatter in panic. Amid rustling leaves and pounding footsteps, we keep firing, focusing on the boars ahead. The open landscape makes it easy to spot targets. With nowhere to hide, the herd quickly falls. But another group hides deeper in the nearby forest, harder to find. We come up with a plan, move in closer, and create chaos. After 30 minutes of waiting, the boars can't hold their ground and flee. A swift attack follows, and we successfully take down the target.
Hallettik.
Amid the chaos, a few lucky boars break free. We waste no time giving chase. After locating the herd, we prepare to strike again. These hogs are smarter than expected, evading deadly shots and catching the team off guard. Taking advantage of the moment, we aim carefully and take down a few more.
La la la.
though.
This hunting method works incredibly well. It doesn't take long to spot targets. After a tense standoff, a few boars break away, scattering in different directions. Seizing the chance, our team strikes with full force. We focus on the biggest ones and pull the trigger. One target stands out, massive and fierce. Locking onto its weak spot, I fire a decisive shot. After the sharp blast, the boar doesn't stand a chance. Pressing on, we move into lush green fields. The boars think the tall grass will hide them, but it's no use. Once spotted, they sprint away at full speed. We manage to take down a few, but many get away. Undeterred, we keep up the chase. As dusk settles, the ground hunt continues. This time, we're better prepared, but the hogs are incredibly quick. We've lost count of how many we've brought down today. It's been a huge success.
Check wolf, check wolf.
Our presence in the forest clearly strikes fear into the wild boar herd. They panic, charging into the nearby grassy field, desperate to flee. But with a well-planned encirclement, we don't let them get away easily. Gunfire echoes non-stop from the team. A ruthless end for these clever, fierce creatures.
Check. Ama.
In the quiet of the forest, I wait patiently for the enemy to show itself. 10 minutes go by, then 15. Everything outside stays eerily still. Then, out of nowhere, a shadow slips through the canopy. It moves fast, so I don't hesitate and fire right away. Unfortunately, the boar is too quick, disappearing into the distant woods before my shot can find its target. Silence blankets the forest for the next 30 minutes until the sound of wild boar footsteps breaks the stillness. Everyone stays alert, ready to shoot at a moment's notice when a team member fires a deadly shot. The boar drops instantly onto the dry leaves beneath the ancient trees. I move to a new spot, quickly taking cover behind camouflage, waiting quietly, listening carefully. Strange noises draw near. It's the boar herd. Without hesitation, I squeeze the trigger gently. A rapid volley of shots follows. Luckily, 3 bullets find their targets, bringing down the boars immediately. Just seconds later, a boar bursts from the thicket. On instinct, I raise my rifle, aim fast, and pull the trigger. The boar drops immediately, a solid redemption after missing earlier. Meanwhile, less than 400 meters away, Lucas faces another boar. When danger hits, wild boars don't plan their route. They just charge straight ahead until they get away. Lucas knows this. He waits at the edge of a forest path. As the boar rushes through, a sharp shot rings out. A perfect hit ends its desperate run. Hunting wild boars demands careful preparation and steadfast determination to overcome great challenges. With clear plans, strategic ambushes, and quick responses, the hunters have conquered these fierce creatures. It's a reminder that in life, facing obstacles with planning, teamwork, and decisive action helps us protect what's important and reach our goals. Thanks for watching all the way through. Please show your support by liking and following. Goodbye, and see you in the next videos.